So hey, what's going on to all of my Aquarius? So yeah, let's get into this. I had to move this camera, right? I had to move where I was actually setting up doing the tarot readings because where it was right next to the heater. It was literally making the making the camera overheat. So I had to move it. But you know, I got the door open, I got the window open. We shouldn't have that problem. So for you, Aquarius, you have the World, the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and last but not least, we have the Eight of Wands. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you, Aquarius right now is a lot of you Aquarius, you have the World, the Eight of Cups. So, right, Queen of Cups. So, okay. So understanding that there's other people out there in the sea, understanding that there's other fishes out there, more specifically, as the saying goes, in the sea, you're not stressing any kind of relationship. If it doesn't work out, a lot of you Aquarius, like I said before, you're not trying to force the situation. And what I mean by force the situation is, you know, trying to really get somebody to hang out with you. People making up excuses, you Aquarius are going to be like, it is what it is, and you're going to move forward, right? If you know what I mean, don't waste your time. If you know, and that's how it is that I honestly feel. Don't waste your time, right? A lot of times people want to know, why is it that I'm so like cold when it comes to that whole time wasting stuff? Because a lot of you Aquarius understand, one of these days, you know, you only have a limited amount of time here, and one of these days is going to be, unfortunately, is going to be your last day. And at the same time, you know, at the same time, you have to understand to use your time wisely, use your time constructively. And a lot of times people think that they have their, you know, they're a vampire from True Blood. You know what I mean? That they have 1,000,000 years. They have, you know, they could be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you know, 4,000, 10,000 years old. You know what I mean? And just live, you know, just live on 10,000 years old and stuff like this. And it's like, you know, that's not true. And the things that the Queen of Cups represents, this is a person who very much so thinks that, because you're walking away from the people that you've met recently, but it's more so about the idea. You're walking away from anyone and anything that holds you and binds you to a person, and the interaction is not a very functional one. If you Aquarius think that you're not really going to be in a good situation with these people, a lot of you Aquarius ultimately know, yeah, I'm done. It is what it is. You're done with these people, and you're just going to go ahead and go on about your business and act like nothing wrong, because nothing is wrong essentially. Yeah, you may be bothered by it, and I'm gonna have to make a video talking about the whole time thing, because a lot of times people really don't seem to understand that time really is of the essence, and that if you really knew what it is that you were doing, all of this time wasting and being lost and acting like you got 1,000,000 years up underneath your belt, meaning you have 1,000,000 years to go. A lot of people will stop acting like they don't have any common sense with that. In that video, is going to be one of those types of videos. It's not going to, it's going to be tasteful. But to get back on track, you have the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands. So the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands, right? It represents, the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands represents this being a situation for you where what comes next after this is you, Aquarius, maintaining your self-respect, and the Nine of Wands putting a squeeze on kind of how people interact with you. And what I mean by that is, when a lot of you Aquarius realize that these people don't have any kind of common sense, or you know, they start moving a certain kind of way. Like for instance, like when you're getting to know them and they start doing things that are a little bit too inconsistent, too much, right? It's too much of a common thing. Then a lot of you Aquarius are going to be like, nah, it's a dub. I'm not messing with you. And that's really, and I'm not even going to lie, Aquarius, it's going to throw people off. I'm not even going to lie. It's going to throw people off. I know for a fact that it throws a lot of people off with me because because the thought process is just really, for them, the thought process is really delusional. So, if you so much as get a goodbye, you're lucky. Once it's a dub for me, if you so much as get a goodbye, you're really lucky. Because a lot of the times these days, Aquarius, I'm not even really telling people goodbye due to the fact that the way that I look at it is I'm really playing chess in my head. I'm really calculating to see if this person is even if this person is even functional enough to where I could say goodbye and it still be cool between us, and the person is not like upset or angry, or they think that they have to get back at me. If I think that the person has to go through the rigmarole of getting back at me, I'll just ghost. I won't even because the way that I look at it is, why am I putting myself through that situation in the first place? And like I said before, Aquarius, the Nine of Wands, a lot of people going to be like, well, what happened to you? What's going on with you? It's going to throw a lot of people off. A lot of people going to come back trying to sniff around again because a lot of people are not used to that type of style. A lot of people are used to, the dysfunction of I'm going back and forth, but a lot of people look dysfunctional for real. They look severely dysfunctional when, they talk so much to me. I'm just using myself as an example. They talk so much to me, and then they act with this, they're so much better, they're of a higher class, all that nonsense. And then it's like, okay, cool. What? You so fly, you so good, you so on point. Okay, cool. I was about to do something, but you so fly, you so cool. Cool. Go ahead. I was about to stick up another finger, but you so fly, you so cool. Go ahead. Do what you do. Do what it is that you got to do. Have your fun. Go ahead. And then it's like when they don't see, when they don't hear from you, when they don't see from you, they're like this. Queen of Pentacles. They're so busy thinking about it. Why are you not? Because why is this person not talking to me? Why is this person not communicating with me anymore? Because the mentality for them is they're playing around, which I don't get the concept of why. Why do so many people are delusional in that way? They playing around. They doing too much playing. The whole, mastermind syndrome. You can't, every time you interact with somebody, you can't interact with somebody without you trying to, I gotta see if I'm smarter than this person, and I gotta see if I can manipulate this person. And this person is like, let me leave you alone. The other person who has a more healthy internal value, they're like, let me leave this person alone because this person is just doing too much, way too much. So that's a lot of you Aquarius, or it should be a lot of you Aquarius. The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles for you Aquarius, it represents how it is that, again, that intrinsic value, and how it is that, again, you don't have time for any of that dysfunction, because it is a dysfunction. It really is, because I can't explain to y'all how many people I've gotten to know, and they've got, you know what I mean, like it's, what I mean, when I sit back, they try to make it seem like everything is all right, but then when I really pay attention to them, when I really am aware of what they've got going on based upon hanging around them and really just observing them and stuff like this. I can tell that they're not all right. You know what I mean? I can tell that they're not all right. They're really not all right because not because I said so, but they're not all right because I interact with them, right, Aquarius? You know, some of you Aquarius may interact with some people. They automatically mad. Da, da, da. Yo, you woke up today. What's your problem? You mad at breakfast? You know, you mad at 10:30, 10:30 in the morning, you mad at 9 o'clock in the morning. What's wrong with you? You know, but they have the mentality of, oh, I every time they interact with particular people, because they don't act like this with everybody. But every time they interact with particular people, specifically you, Aquarius, dysfunctional people, they interact with a lot of you, Aquarius, from the perspective of, soon as they interact with you, now they're upset. Now something done got in their way where now all of a sudden they're upset. And a lot of you Aquarius have to learn to not be scapegoated and don't take that. If a person has that kind of mentality where they've got that type of dysfunction, it's time for you Aquarius to be like, look, you've got some serious dysfunctions that you need to really fix, because whatever dysfunction you have, honestly, that has nothing to honestly do with me. That doesn't have anything to do with me. So the thing is that the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands represents, so with this being said, some of you Aquarius may get a little bit stressed out because some of you Aquarius may be like, this is what it is that you want. You want a situation where, you know, you want to, how do I say, you want to be in a healthy relationship. And a lot of you Aquarius may start voicing that more. Like, you want to be in a healthy relationship. You may start voicing it more to your friends, or just yourself. You know, you may just be like, you know, around your own residence. Why is it that you can't find this? And honestly speaking, part of why it is that it's so difficult or it's taking so long is, I'm going to be real with you, we may never really get the people who we're really who, you know, functional people that we're really supposed to be with. You know, that's one thing that I'm starting to realize too, especially with all the stuff going on and the new knowledge that I've gained, you know, of what's going on, the important current events, you know, cloning and things of this nature, which is a real thing now, and I can show you what I'm talking about. But I'm realizing that the musical chairs, we used to play, right, when we were younger, if you catch my drift, is a representation of life. It's a if you catch my drift, it's really a representation of how not everybody is gonna get married. Not everybody is gonna get into a relationship. Not everybody is gonna do that because the dysfunction is on such a high, even though it's coming to a crescendo where all of that is gonna end, a hard crescendo at that. I'm realizing that not everybody's gonna be on it like that. And truth be told, it really is a good thing, because most people use relationships for their bills getting paid anyway. A lot of people, like I said before, selling wolf tickets. So let's clarify the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups. To clarify the Eight of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Two of Swords. So the Nine of Cups is that regardless of whether you find a soulmate or not, Aquarius, it's not the end of the world, and that you Aquarius still have intrinsic value. That's another thing too that I really want to rain home, or really want to bring home. A lot of regardless of what zodiac sign I'm talking to, in this case, you Aquarius, if you can't get yourself into a relationship, it's okay. You know what I mean? As long as you still have a healthy respect for the type of people who you like, I don't care who you like, as I'm not, you know what I mean? As long as you do that, you should be fine. You know what I mean? You should be, as long as it's, like I said, it's a healthy level of respect. You should be fine. You know, you don't have to go above and beyond, right? And that's really, at whatever your situation is, sometimes that's really more than enough. Then you have the Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Two of Swords. This is a situation for you where a lot of you Aquarius also got to start understanding that what you've got going on is you're in a situation where uh, you're being more selective with your time. And as a result of this, like I said, you're starting to see a lot of people get just kind of thrown off by that. And you're going to find, I'm going to be honest with you, some of you Aquarius may find yourself being more difficult to relate to other people, even though you Aquarius does represent the zodiac sign of relating to other people, because a lot of you Aquarius are becoming more real. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make the YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. As of right now, I have 3,722 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Also, too, uh, if you'd like to contact me for any of my services, follow me on Instagram. Or if you like to get any of my books, the link to my website, my Instagram, and the link to my books are on Amazon. And all of those links are in the comment section below. Peace.